Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It really is lovely to see you all here today in London. Let me introduce myself. My name is Louise Eklund, and I will be your host for today. What a fantastic idea to organize a Formula One show here in the Royal Horticultural Hall, a hall that was inaugurated over a century ago by King Edward VII himself. This hall now welcomes prestigious and contemporary events like the Fashion Week, for example. And we are here today to celebrate a very happy event, that of the new Renault Sport Racing Formula One. Let me remind you first and foremost that this event is being followed live on internet, on YouTube and Facebook Live. So let me say hello to all of you that are watching us. Thank you for being with us today. So, we're going to start our presentation. In about 45 minutes, we will have a photo session around this magical car, and then one-to-one interview sessions with all of our team. So let's get down to business. As you were heading here, I'm sure you managed to take a look at the Renault Sport lineup parked on the road, and the legendary Megane RS Trophy, which holds the Nürburgring record for the front-wheel drive. So quite spectacular. All of this is really proof that racing is deeply rooted in Renault's culture. So why are we here today? Well, for a few different reasons, but we'll be especially outlining Renault's ambition for the 2017 Formula One season in what is actually a very challenging context, as I'm sure some of you know. So to speak about this, please reserve a very warm welcome to Thierry Koskas, EVP Sales and Marketing of Renault, Monsieur Jérôme Stoll, President of Renault Sports Racing, Monsieur Cyril Abitboul, Renault Sport Racing Managing Director, and Mr. Bob Bell, Renault Sport Formula One Team Chief Technical Officer. Here they are. Hello, gentlemen. Please take a seat. Lovely to see you. I'm going to start with you, Thierry. First of all, can you explain to us why motorsport and more generally racing is very important to Renault?
Well, I think for three reasons. The first one is really Formula One is part of our DNA. We've been in this race for 40 years. We won 12 titles. The second one is Formula One is a permanent source of inspiration, not only because it enables us to showcase innovation and so on, but also because you know that our activity is facing big challenges. Autonomous driving is arriving, electric cars, connected cars, and so on. And the mindset of Formula One, agility and so on, is something that inspires us in our daily activity. And the third reason is, as you know, Renault is expanding throughout the world. We are more global, and Formula One enables us to build the awareness of the brand and also to improve our image.
Okay, so you mentioned innovation, you mentioned heritage, Formula One being an inspiration for the group, so racing and Formula One really is key to Renault.
Absolutely, but it's not only that, it's also the pride and the motivation of all our employees, the 120,000 employees of Renault, all the members of the dealer network, and I would like to take this opportunity to say hello to all the Renault employees that are listening to us. And also, when we look at the motto of our brand, which is passion for life, it includes also a passion for competition and passion for Formula One.
Thank you very much, Thierry. Let's talk about the 2017 Formula One season. Jérôme, what's at stake for Renault Sport Racing, first of all?
Louise, I think that 2017 will be absolutely a great year, an exciting year, and also a crucial year. You will see in a couple of minutes what has been done by the team of Enston and the team of Viry for the first time together. This is the product that you are certainly impatient to see. And I wanted to say that this result did not come par hasard. 2016 has been, you remember, 1 year ago, we set the vision for the competition within Renault. We set the ambition for the Formula One. We also explain our plan. And all along the 2016 year, we have been working by investing a lot in order to close the gap with the best players. We have recruited a lot of people. This will be explained in a couple of minutes. And we have reorganized completely the two companies, I mean, Enstone and Viry, in order to make them deliver. This is what we expect in 2017, this car to deliver.
Can you maybe explain to us your objectives for this 2017 season?
The objectives is very simple. Since we have, for the first time, a car that has been developed by us, we expect to be fifth in the championship. We have the team, we have the drivers, we have the partners, we have an organization that is now managed completely under the leadership of Cyril, the managing director of Renault.
Group of people working together with one objective, which is to deliver by 2020. But it's not just about integration of existing resources. It's also about growth. And in that respect, I believe that we are right now the fastest growing F1 team. In terms of headcount, it means more capacity. We have increased by 25% the headcount in the course of last year. There is more to come. There is also targeted recruitment that some of them we have announced. Some of them will join us in the course of 2017, 2018. It's investment also. We have been investing more than any of the top teams in order to catch up the bigger team and to catch up what has been done on investment. I believe that actually in that respect, we lead in certain areas. Looking at the regulation, what the regulation requires, I believe that we have the best of what the technology has currently to offer. And cherry on the cake, we also have the fastest growing fan base on social media, which is always a nice thing to have.
So from what I can gather, on your 2017 roadmap, you will be attending all of the Grand Prix, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Last year was very much about putting together the foundation, the building blocks of our midterm to long-term plan. It's been done in back office. Now we need to deliver on track, so that's where I will be spending a lot of my time attending all the races.
And I think it's time to talk about your partners.
Yeah, partners obviously play a very important element. For many different aspects, including from a marketing and communication perspective, because they will obviously support the brand in what it has to offer in terms of activation. But obviously what I care for, what the team will care for is performance, it's technology. And in that respect, the three main partners who have joined us, and for two of them actually have decided to enter Formula One, which is great news for Formula One, it's great news for Renault. We really share the same obsession for performance, so that's a great thing for us.
Thierry, I can see you smiling. Maybe you'd like to add a few words there.
No, I'm just smiling because just thinking of the fact that we secured a great partnership with BP and their brand BP and Castrol. I think it's a great partnership. All the team participated to that, and there is a lot to come with this partnership, and really welcome to BP and the Castrol brand as well.
Welcome indeed. And I'd like to now invite Mr. Singh to come and join us on stage, COO BP Lubricants. Come and join me. So, Mr. Singh, it seems that you were already a partner of Renault. The Renault team in 1997. Renault was with Williams at the time. So this is a fantastic comeback, and it's also maybe a great omen because Renault won in 1997. Is that correct?
Louise, that's correct. Yes, back in 1997, Renault won the Drivers' Championship through Villeneuve, and they also won the Constructors' Championship as well. And for us, it was, it was a golden era for Renault, and for us, it was great to be part of that partnership, and it's nice to be back again.
Great. So what's at stake with the BP and the Castrol partnership?
The first thing I'd say is that the dynamics are different from 1997. You know, what does remain is that the passion is still there for the competition, the spirit to win, but also to excite the whole the fans that are there as well. And Thierry and Jérôme have been very clear in their ambition to win the championship in the medium term. And something that...
Welcome Tommaso Volpe on stage. Tommaso is Global Director Motorsport at Infinity Motor Company Limited. Tommaso. Okay, so welcome. Cyril mentioned the word performance earlier. In what way is your partnership based on performance, Tommaso?
Indeed, our partnership is definitely about performance. We are the technical partner for the co-development of the energy recovery system, which is the performance hybrid technology in the Formula One car. And for us, this is a very strategic collaboration. Infinity, as part of the Renault-Nissan alliance, with this project is extending the already very strong synergy within the alliance in the Formula One field, generating R&D very important for us in Formula One. Infinity, within the resources of the alliance, came as a natural decision, as a natural choice, and we were very happy to collaborate with Renault. And in fact, we started to collaborate in 2016, but the first ERS that is co-developed together with Infinity is the second generation, which is the one that we are seeing from this season on. And this is a very good achievement for us. In terms of objectives, again, being a strategic collaboration, we have a long-term plan. So first of all, the experience that we are gaining in the performance hybrid technology in Formula One will be transferred to our core business in the future to improve even further with experience together with Renault, our hybrid technology. But then we have also a quite unique project in Formula One, which is called the Infinity Engineering Academy. With this project, we recruit young engineering students everywhere in the world where Infinity operates, together with Renault, and we train them, placing them for 1 year in Infinity and Renault. So it's a quite unique project where we are investing together for the future to gain young talents and a lot of diversity to our organization.
Thank you very much, Tommaso. Now let's talk about the partnership with Microsoft, and I'm pleased to welcome Pepijn Richter, Director, Worldwide Product Manager, Microsoft Dynamics. Come and join us. Pepijn, nice to have you with us. Microsoft is really special for Renault. It's both partnering with Renault-Nissan Alliance and with Renault Sports Formula One team. Tell us a little bit about all of that.
First of all, thank you very much for the invitation. At Microsoft, we are very excited about the partnership with Renault. Last year, because we partner on a few key technology initiatives. Last year, we announced the Connected Car initiatives, providing location-based services, but also infotainment to the driver in the car. In addition to that, we have been partnering with the Renault Sport Racing team for the last 5 years. It's quite amazing because behind these two cars, there's a whole organization that moves at an incredible pace. I always compare it with taking a regular company and putting that in a pressure cooker. For us, that's an ultimate environment to test our software. So we are very happy to be part of that and to contribute to the team's success.
I imagine you want to keep your technical secrets to yourself. However, maybe you can explain the scope of Microsoft applications for the Renault Sports Formula One team.
It's a good question. The Renault team did a fantastic job to bring our technology to life. It's all about data. And it's such a data-driven organization. Again, it's an ultimate place for us to test new technologies, including machine learning, data analytics, productivity services, as well as business applications. For us, it's all about helping the team to bring cars to the track faster and at the lowest cost. We are very happy to contribute to the leading edge team in terms of cloud, big data, and IoT.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for all of this information. Mr. Stoll, I believe there is a new partner coming in as well, another one.
Yes, first of all, I wanted to thank all the existing partners and those who are also in the room, and also those who are thinking to sign with us. But yesterday, actually, we had great news to announce. We signed a sponsorship agreement with a new partner, Prêt. Prêt is a major company in Spain in the insurance sector. They are also one of the major in the world in terms of insurance. We are very happy to have them on board. They came, it shows and demonstrates once again that this activity attracts sponsor and Renault attracts sponsor. This gives us even more confidence. They want to share our passion for performance, our passion for our competition, and at the end of the day, our passion for life.
Great. Thank you very much. And thank you to all of you, to our partners. It was lovely to have you with us today on stage. You can join your seats. Thank you. It's now time to talk about another very important issue, the regulation. And I think you, Bob Bell, are the best person to talk to. I have a little challenge for you right now. Can you explain the new regulation very simply? It seems quite complicated, but simple.
Yeah, so it is simple. The cars are an awful lot quicker. They're an awful lot more visually appealing, and that's going to make the sport a hell of a lot more exciting.
That's really simple. Maybe you could go into a little bit more detail.
Sure. Yeah, the cars are designed this season under completely different regulations. The tires are wider, the bodywork is wider, we have new front and rear wings, more powerful diffusers, overall leading to a significant improvement in car performance, both mechanically and aerodynamically. We'll probably see performance rising by about 5% overall, meaning lap times typically will fall by 3.5, 4 seconds a lap at some circuits. And all of this done with effectively the same power output from the engine. Overall, that's going to lead to a very exciting season.
And will there be more overtakings to make the show more exciting?
Well, that's the big question, and we all sincerely hope that it will. Truth is, none of us will really know until we get to Melbourne. But there are some good signs. These cars have a lot more mechanical grip. They should be a lot quicker in the corners, which means there should be more opportunity for drivers to perhaps find more novel routes around the corners and each other. So yeah, jury's out, but we're hopeful.
So I imagine this new regulation has meant a lot of hard work for you and the teams.
Well, it's made a lot of hard work for the team. And of course, we're split across 2 sites, Viry-Châtillon in Paris for the power unit, Enstone in Oxfordshire for the chassis. All the guys and girls that work there have done a tremendous job over the last year, not only to develop this car that you'll see today, but also, of course, to assist in rebuilding the organization. We've done both in parallel, and it's stretched everybody to the limit. But the journey has been worth taking, and hopefully that the car you will see today will pay justice to that.
Cyril, I'd like to have your point of view on the new regulation. Is it good news for you compared to other teams?
Well, I mean, we will know for sure just in Melbourne, so we need to remain a little bit patient. But frankly, yes, I mean, it looks a very positive news first for Formula One, and anything that's good for Formula One is good, even, I mean, at the end of the day, for all of its team, including ourselves. As far as we are concerned, because of where we stand in our journey in Formula One, in our midterm plan, we definitely see that as a positive. It's a reset. Everyone had to start from a clean sheet of paper. It has allowed us also to adapt our investment to what was really recommended by the regulation. We see that as an opportunity to accelerate the catch-up of the midfield and also accelerate the reduction of the deficit to the bigger teams. Let's be honest, we all believe that the big teams will remain big teams and ahead, but for us, we see that overall as an opportunity.
So how will this new regulation affect the way you coach and manage the teams for the Grand Prix?
Well, as Bob was mentioning, clearly because of the extra downforce, extra level of grip, more speed in corners, it means obviously much more demanding for the drivers. Also in terms of regulation, with the extra weight or load by the regulation, actually the challenge is not so much the mass, which means that the drivers have been focused on producing much more muscle mass than before. And I believe that with the 2 drivers that we have, and you'll see them in action, they can cope very well with this type of regulation.
Okay, so you've been talking about the management and the coaching of your drivers, and I think it's time to welcome them on stage. I'd like to ask Nico Hulkenberg, Jolyon Palmer, and Sergei Sirotkin to come and join us on stage, please. So Cyril, maybe you can introduce the team.
Yeah, I will introduce them, and I'm not going to go into the statistics because Wikipedia is here for that. But I'd like to say something a bit more personal about each of them. I'd like to start with Jolyon. Very happy that we continue the journey. What really impressed me last year is that, like all rookies, he's had, frankly difficult and challenging moments. But I think that we managed, to stay as a group and to find the right environment for him to continue to perform. He's been extremely, talented and in keeping his head down and making sure to get out of these difficult parts better and stronger. And clearly, he ended up having a very remarkable last third of a season with a couple of very good races in Malaysia and Japan. So for all these reasons and its team spirit, happy to continue with him. And he's a driver we will grow together. I will continue with Sergei. Sergei, same thing. Stability is important. We're happy to continue the development program with Sergei. After a very good GP2 season, he will continue to focus on his development role with us as a reserve driver for the team. He will have more opportunity to run in the car on Friday, and that's really what struck us, everyone, Nick, Alan, all team involved, is really the level of professionalism, his attention to all the details, is also his appetite to be at the factory constantly, each time, looking at the simulator. That's something that strikes us, and his focus and his mental is something that we're happy to maintain in the team. And finally, obviously, Nico, joining us. I'm not going to introduce him. A couple of facts, I remember for everyone. Set a pole in his rookie season with Williams. He won in his first year with Porsche in 24 hours of Le Mans. And obviously, he played a fantastic role in securing fourth place for Force India. All these teams that we have a lot of respect for, all these teams that are example, ultimately, Nico will be an example for all of us. So that's really a lineup that we are very proud, and I'm really looking forward that they embody the team and driving forward in the coming years.
So Nico, Joe, and Sergei, please give them a big round of applause. Good luck, guys, and you can go back and join your seats. Thank you very much. So, Jérôme, when you take into account all the possible difficulties this season, are you feeling confident?
Yes. I feel very confident because you have seen this afternoon presentation whereby we describe the team, the outstanding people who have done a tremendous job over the last few months. You have seen the drivers, you have seen an organization, you have seen the partners. So I feel very much confident on the fact that we should deliver. And on the top of that, we have a new asset who will help us and contribute to meet our ambition in the next few years. This asset is Alain Prost. Alain Prost, if you want to join on the stage.
Come and join us, Alain.
I'm very pleased to have Alain with us as a senior advisor for Renault Sport Racing. No need to present Alain Prost. Alain Prost will be a member of the executive committee of the Renault Sport Racing. He will bring to our team, obviously, his great experience, great network, great fame. Also an ability to talk with the drivers and having a specific network for that. And at the time where the Formula One may evolve, in a new era, I would say, it will be very interesting to have Alain Prost with us. Thank you, Alain, to join.
Thanks to you, Joe.
So, Alan, maybe you can explain to us your point of view on this new regulation to start with.
I think I'm very excited, as you can imagine, looking at the size of the car. It looks like the old days when we had the big tires, so I'm very happy. I'm going on Monday in Barcelona. I'm going to be curious to see the drivers, what they say after a few laps, with the fast corners. It's going to be a big challenge for them physically. But I think it's very positive for Formula One because I think you needed a sort of new cycle. These cars are going to be very impressive. we can also, I hope, bring newcomers, new spectators, and I hope also young spectators.
Okay. Maybe you can give us your vision on the future of Formula One.
I think the vision is difficult to tell today because for sure we have a new buyer. The CVC is not there anymore. We have Liberty there, and with the teams, with Ross Brawn, which is a good asset to talk about the future. But more than a vision, I think we need to have two goals. I mean, the first one is really, as I said, to bring new spectators, new telespectators, maybe new young guys, maybe talking more about interactivity with more or less what we do in Formula E. That would be obvious, and to give back the role to the drivers. We need to have more human side, and people are more interested about the driver's performance rather than technology. Technology comes a little bit later.
You've joined the team as a special advisor. Can you tell us how you maybe see your role?
First of all, I must say that what is important is that Renault can be competitive and can win very soon, as soon as possible. It's not the first time I'm involved in a project with Renault. And to be very clear, I'm not going to have a day-to-day role. And my position would be a little bit more more behind. And sometimes it's good to have this kind of situation. Being at the committee is very important, and together with Jérôme and Cyril, what is important is to give the input, to give the best decision possible, to have the best strategy possible to be a winning team in the future.
Thank you very much, Alan. You can join your seat in the room.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. Give him a round of applause, please. So it's almost time to reveal the car, but before that, I'm going to give you, Thierry, the last word.
Yes, no, I know that everybody is dying to see the car. Just before that, I wanted to mention the new Renault Sport brand identity that will be used both for the Renault Sport racing activity and the Renault Sport cars. It refers to our glorious past with the sporty cars we had in the 60s and the 70s. We had which had the two diamonds. So it's kind of tribute to the past, but it's also a way to make the bridge between the competition activity and the series cars that we are producing.
Okay, so thank you very much, Thierry. I'd like to invite you gentlemen to take a step down off the stage. And this is the moment we've been waiting for, all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the RS17.
Okay, guys, time to get ready. This is a radio check. Okay, so that's 5 minutes of the green light. We go first this weekend, so we'll fire from here.
quite fantastic. I had goosebumps. Cyril, come and say a few words about the car. I know he's excited as well. It's like the first time you've ever seen it, Cyril. Go for it.
I mean, that's quite good because that's the first time that I get to see it. Because until a couple of hours ago, it was just in bits. So it's a great moment for everyone that's involved. I just wanted you to pay attention to details because I think obviously we will know if it's a quick car in Melbourne, but the level of details show and is it really tribute what's been done, what's been achieved by Enstone over the past few weeks and months, turning vanes, front wings, side pods, and so on and so forth. The packaging is just amazing. The level of integration, we will not give you the secret, but level integration of the engine and chassis is just amazing. I'm sure that at some point there will be pictures that will testify. Just a little story. A number of the parts that you see here on this car are still made in rapid prototyping and will not be the part that we will be using in Barcelona. So I would just like you to give a little bit credit to this car and thanks again all the hard work that has been put by the team in order to get to this fantastic result.
Put your hands together for the team and the car, please. Thank you. So, as I said earlier, we'll be moving on with a photo call and, of course, one-to-one interviews. So we're going to start with the photo call, and I'd like to invite our drivers to come up on stage, first of all. So head over. I'd like all the rest of the team, the management team, and Alain to stay close to me because we're going to move forward quite quickly with the photo call. The three drivers together, yes, around the car. We have a photographer. He's going to explain to you. He's in the front row. Put your hand up. That's it. Move forward, guys. That's it. Move forward. Our photographers will show you where to go. Okay, so moving on now. I'd like to have the management team around the drivers. That's Monsieur Koskas, Monsieur Stoll, Monsieur Abitboul, and Monsieur Bell, please. Thank you. So can Alain Prost come back on stage, please, as well? Stay there, guys. I still need you. Thank you very much. Alain, can you come back up on stage as well for a photo with the team? Thank you. Okay, I'd now like to invite our partners to come up on stage with us, please. Monsieur Volpe, Monsieur Singh, Monsieur Richter, please, come up on stage. Okay, so a photo all together. Okay, so Cyril and the drivers, can you stay on stage, please? All of the other management team members, you can head over to your different interview points around the room. Cyril and the drivers are going to continue with a short photo shoot with you. Okay, and thank you, Cyril. You can head over to your interview spot, and I'd like to invite the partners up again, please, on stage for a photo. The partners, thank you. Okay, fantastic. And I'd like to invite the drivers and our partners to head down off stage. And I'm going to leave the photographers just a second to take photos of the car on its own. Sorry, you have a special request. I can't hear you, but I will come and see you. Just the drivers? Okay. Just the drivers one more time, please. Thank you very much. At the front, please. They don't want them to. Okay, fantastic. And I'd like to ask our drivers to step down, please, for a short photo session with the car. Thank you. Thank you very much to all of you for being with us today. And please head over to your different slots for your interviews, your one-to-one interviews. Have a lovely afternoon. Take care.